Find the domain of the following functions. Welcome to this video. We'll look at the foundation mathematics, and under that we are going to look at the domain of the functions. These are rational functions. Okay, so the first one says f of x is equal to 1 over x, and the second one is f of x is equal to root of x over 4x minus 7. So how do we find the domain of the first function? Recall that domain is a range of values that define a function. So we're looking for a range of values of x in this case, which are going to define this particular function. Now, mainly here we focus on the denominator because we don't want our denominator to be equal to 0. So here, the value of x here, x can take all the possible real numbers, okay? Except we don't want this situation because this is undefined, okay? So we are saying here x can take all real numbers except 0, where 1 over 0 is undefined. This is what we need to avoid. Therefore, our domain, okay, it can be all the real numbers, then we exclude 0. Or you can say domain is equal to all values of x such that x is a real number, but the same x is not equal to 0. You can also write this in beta notation like that. That will be all for A, okay? B, we are going to focus on the denominator, okay? We'll focus on the denominator. What we want is we don't want a 0 here as well. So you set the denominator equal to 0. So you say 4x minus 7 equal to 0. So you get 4x is equal to 7. We divide by 4. And we're getting x equal to 7 over 4. Meaning, if you want to avoid the 0, this is a number of x that you should what? Avoid. This is what it means. By setting this equal to 0, the value of x that you find tells you that's the value of x that you need to avoid having a 0 as in the denominator there. Meaning that we don't need a value where x is equal to 7 over 4. Okay? That's what we need. The other thing is we need to look at the numerator. The numerator is having a square root. And because this is an even square root, we can never have a negative there. Okay? We don't put 2 because we know that the square root there's a 2 there. So we need to avoid a negative under that even root. So what do we do? There, our values of x should be equal to or greater than what? 0. That is for the numerator part. Meaning that our domain, okay, it will be all values of x greater than what? 0, except where x is not equal to 7 over 4. Except where x is equal to 7 over 4. So we are looking at all the possible values of x that are greater than or equal to 0, but x should never be equal to 7 over 4. That is your domain for these two particular functions. Subscribe and follow for more. We also have tutorials. We charge per session. It's 15 kwacha per session at the moment, so you can inbox us.